back home.
Smaller check in brown, which comes up narrow around the waist.
In 2 years' time, Mello's father will get his Italian pension. This year's holiday is a preparation for this. They are going back to furnish their newly converted house.
Departure flight 105 to Palermo, now boarding gate number 15. Flight 105 to Palermo, gate number 15.
My mother has always said that this flying at night is like acting as thieves, really, in a way. The sudden change from one society to another at times can be too much to take in. There you are in England, you're at the airport. Everybody's bound for different destinations. It seems so very unreal because it doesn't give you any sense of distance.
2 or 1? 1. It's only mine. One each.
Two totally different worlds which can't be explained in the gap of 2 hours. When you see the actual mountain and all those little houses set just at the foot of the mountain, it's just too much to take in, really. We just look at each other in the car and without wanting to, we start smiling without saying anything. Even though we've been away for 10 years, we still know everybody. So we start looking around to see if we can see just anybody on the road. Even the sight of a little boy or a mule or of a goat is something which we appreciate after the year that we've been away from Sutera.
Sutera, in the heart of central Sicily. This sun-baked land, tired with history, still struggles to escape the brutalities, the ignorance, the poverty of its past. It is a land that has known the tyranny of many conquerors. Its people, proud, secretive, and violent, still brood and occasionally rebel against what they know are the injustices of their lives, against the neglect of absent owners, the self-seeking conservatism of their priests, and the ruthlessness of the mafia. Too often, in the end, driven beyond endurance, they have left for Europe, America, Brazil, anywhere to escape. Even today, the exodus continues.
My childhood memories are still very vivid. We used to play all sorts of games. It's sort of games which used to change with the seasons. It's funny really now looking back on it. We didn't have any problems. We just used to be out all day in beautiful weather. We just, no fears of cars, no fears of anything. Our whole objective was to enjoy ourselves all the time till we got home in the evenings, too tired to do anything else, and go to sleep and look forward to the next day.
A good solid piece of Sicilian pizza and the reassurance of familiar smells and sounds and voices. Until they furnish their new place, they're staying in the house of relatives, cousins, who will also be returning from Germany. Mello has brought with him an English friend from Waltham Cross. Back in home territory, he is the native now.
Speak to him in Italian, you won't understand. Speak to him in Italian, you'll surely have learned something.
Yeah, but he says he doesn't like volleyball, things like that.
It's not very nice.
You've never tasted it, that's what it
But
is.
that's the real stuff, that. The tinnies, I didn't like it.
I think that Sicily for my father and mother represent a sort of freedom to express themselves with people they know that will understand them. You can see the change. The change comes out in the way they talk and that they enjoy themselves. Instead of me and my sister making the pace, they're there and they're taking over.
Me ne bevesse ancora, ma nello stomaco non ci va. Io vengo da sotto il sole e brucio d'amore. Io vengo da sotto il sole dove il cielo è sempre blu.
Mello's first evening down in the piazza, meeting old friends, many of whom are now mere strangers.
The most important thing about being in Sutera, I think, is just the fact that you are there. You have returned and you are there. It's much more the things that you miss when you're not in it, more than what you find when you actually get there.
Drawn back to Sutera from the industrial towns of half Europe, they sing the songs of departure and separation. Mother, I have to go in quest of work and leave you with your sorrows. But when I return, oh, what a feast. We shall embrace and the whole mountain shall know it. But alas, time will not stand still. Mother, I have to go.
A travagliare un ricordato sole e t'allassare con tanto dolore. A travagliare un ricordato sole e t'allassare con tanto dolore. Padre mia, non pensare, ma raccomando a tutti gli amici, avete cura a sti due vecchiaretti. Ma raccomando a tutti gli amici, avete cura a sti due vecchiaretti. Scrivo sempre, state allegri, che mi vanno tutti bene. Sogno un pezzo a tanta gente, non fa freddo e cielo.
When you get into the town itself with little narrow streets, people sitting outside on their doorstep, you can stop at any stage of any walk which you're taking and talk to people. Even though you might not know them by name, you can stop and chat to them and you're bound to have something in common with them.
Capolo treno siamo affoggiati, si viaggia male ma sogno contenti. Ma che festa che facemmo, giuri puro la montagna.
Also the atmosphere and the pace of life is so much slower that you don't have to worry about the time.
Ma lo tempo non si ferma.
All the community are brought in to participate in everyday life and nobody's left out. For instance, the old people, even though they may be ill and they may be in bed, they're still kept within the family and they're still given all the respect due to them. They don't get sent to old people's homes or made to just play a very passive life in the actual village. Even people who have no relatives, they're taken in by somebody. Se ne piglia te, no?
No, caffè, no.
Caffè si piglia.
Today, though, this is changing. The young leave, the web of close relationships is broken, and the outside world is on the doorstep.
This emigration has opened up a new road for us. We're going abroad and we're seeing people and we're seeing the way they live and the things which they have to help them in life. And since they work and they work hard and they earn their money, they feel that they're entitled to such luxuries as well.
Viene ad essere, questo è il comando del forno, che sarebbe.
The people ideas have changed. We no longer have the idea of keeping our money under our beds like we used to.
Tutto bene. Stavo proprio contenti.
My mother, she worries and she tends to work very hard to get everything cleared and get back to normal again. My father is much easier to get on with because of his outlook on life. I think that's the main